if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. What's up, everyone? Take your seats, everyone. Thank you. Welcome, everyone, to the Peti Kish Hun Live. I'm back with another one. Happy Friday, all. If you guys on your lunch break or whatever. I just had a good lunch myself, actually, but before the stream. But besides that, I hope everyone's doing well. There was many things that happened this week. We're going to catch up on. We're going to do some quickies, and then we're going to do the main topic of the stream itself. So there's going to be a couple of things here and there that people are going to be interested in. Again, entertainment, pulp culture, gaming, movies, TV shows, all sorts of things on here. I'm going to be talking about quick ones and some main topics as well. So there was a lot of things that happened this week. 2 new videos dropped, this week. So you guys can check it out. One video is doing pretty well, not too bad. And then another one as well is doing pretty well as well. So they're doing slowly but surely. They're getting more views, which is good. And there's many likes on them, and people are liking them. Some people, of course, left like a nasty comment here and there, and it's just what it is. People can disagree, but you really don't need to show it. So, I like to leave comments as is so others can see. Some people leave some nasty comments. It's the internet. You can't please everyone. But if people don't like something in general, you don't have to watch the video, or you can just unfollow most of the time if you really, really don't care. But most people I even follow, sometimes I agree and sometimes I disagree, but I really don't unfollow them because I am interested in other people's opinions and other people's thoughts about things. But some people are not like that. Some people can't handle it, or their ideologies can't handle what, can support it. So they like to say you're a hater, you're a rage baiter, all that stuff, when it's not true, actually. And most of the time, I like to see the positive and the negative of each situation, because that's what I do. I like to point things out. And if you don't point it out and let it just linger on, that could be also a problem in the long run. And we see that now, especially in entertainment, how much it's fallen because no one spoke up. And that's why we're in the situation as we are right now. And it's very subjective, actually. Most of the time, when I report on news about gaming or movies or TV shows or anything about that, sometimes that reporting just what happens is actually, I think, a positive in that situation. Yes, it can be negative news, but sometimes it's better to be more knowledgeable of what you're seeing and what, I just lost my train of thought. More knowledgeable, I would say, of what you're seeing and what you're hearing. I think knowing things is probably better than not knowing things, because not knowing things makes you look dumb. And I feel like, obviously, the word knowledge is power. It comes to that point, yes. If you know more things, you have more things up. Knowing more is probably better in that situation, because it helps you in life situations. And if you don't know things and you don't want to, and you plug your head into the sand and you just don't want to listen to it, well, maybe that's why we got problems as of today in society and in general in anything like entertainment. You see this everywhere. And I think this is why people need to speak up a bit more. It doesn't have to be strong, but it can be, people have opinions and people should have their opinions. People should have something to say. Either it's bad or good, or it's just a horrible take or a good take. It doesn't matter. People have a voice. But you shouldn't be, let's just say, you shouldn't be mean to other people because of, you couldn't say, yeah, that was a dumb take, L take, whatever. Fine. That's fine. People can comment like that. But when you actually start like attacking people and doing some nasty things to other people, literally reporting them and all that, that's when it's not fine. That's not good. So maybe it's just better to just let it go, and maybe just, just don't see what if you don't like what they're doing, then just go away and do something else. You don't have to be like mean about it all the time. Sometimes that's also me. I would like to like not report, but I would like to comment back, a little clap back sometimes, be like, show me some some info, show me some information. But I think it's better to just let it go. Don't get in people's heads. Just let it go. I think it's better that way, just to let things go. Don't let it go into people's heads, and let it be. So, until someone actually does do something nasty, which I say all the time on my streams, on my videos, don't harass, don't hurt anyone. I always say that all the time. I don't know why I just brought that up, but I just saw some nasty comments on my newer videos, and I was like, come on. We're really doing this? We're really doing this? Come on, we can't. But besides that, okay, so there's a lot of things that happened this week, and I just want to go through them real fast before we go into the big topics here, guys. There is a lot. So let me just bring it up here. We have some good news, bad news, all sorts of news. So, let's go with this one first here. So, let me see the stream real quick. How's it going in the stream? Do I look like I'm 8-bit? It's okay. The stream is okay. Not too bad. Sorry guys, the internet has been fluctuating again, like always. It always does. But yeah. So, let's get into the topic here. All right, so here we go. I saw this by Pirate Nation, and if you guys like life simulating games, like the Sims style kind of game, well, you're in luck, because holy shit, inZOI, that's the game, what this game is called, inZOI. Developers have decided to remove DENUVO from their game after receiving negative feedback from their fans. What a W move for inZOI. I think this is like an Asian develop. I could be wrong. It could be Korean, but I could be wrong. It's like The Sims, but better. It's still in early access, and it has let's just say, it's in early access. It's $40 on Steam. It just came out recently, and they took away DENUVO. And if you know what DENUVO is, it's kind of like an anti-piracy extra layer on games, so people can't pirate the games. And DENUVO it's been proven more and more that DENUVO slows down gameplay, and it makes gameplay horrible in general to play games on, and it's not good for PC at all. So it's been proven time and time again, DENUVO is not good, and most games really don't need it. But inZOI's, the company for inZOI, is like, yeah, we're not going to be doing this no more because our fans literally said this game, you know, they want to not have it in there. So they're like, okay, we're going to give what the fans want. So we're going to do this. And it's probably going to make the game a better experience overall. If you're into life simulator games, I'm not really, you know, I played The Sims before. It's whatever. I played it. You know, it's not my game, but it is very interesting. This one, you could see, if you've seen gameplay for this game, the graphics look amazing. They're really well done. It looks like what Sims should have been moving forward, but instead Sims got more cartoony. This one's more realistic. And yeah, I just wanted to bring this up. This is a W for the company. They did a really good job with this one, so I applaud them for that. For sure. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job, inZOI, for doing that. Awesome. All right. Let's get to the next topic. We're going to go through these fast. So, let's go into this one. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so Assassin's Creed Shadows. Been a week since the drop of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it's still going. People are still playing it, I guess. On the internet, there's so many crazy things about this game, and a lot of interesting people coming forward. A lot of shilling still, a lot of coping going on, that's for sure. But this game is not doing so well. It's still a buggy mess. It's still having many problems. And it seems like it's doing well. But what? How? How's it doing so well? Well, here we go. Here we go again. All right. So, let's see why it's doing so well. Assassin's Creed Twitter. Let's see what they said. Over 3 million players for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Last time it was 2 million. Remember last week? 2 million. Now it's 3 million players. Second highest day one sales revenue in Assassin's Creed franchise history. Look at all this. Look at all this, like, chilling going on here. Biggest Ubisoft day one ever on PlayStation Digital Store. Best community ever with over 40 million hours already played. Justice is forged in the shadows. Smash JT. What counts as a player? Question mark. How are you counting people? Yes, there's still, people are still saying stuff in the comments about this that, like, what are the sales like? How many copies did you sell? Well, we kind of know a little bit what it is. And if you go on SteamDB, which I didn't last time, sorry guys, I totally forgot about it. I just remembered my last live. This is right now 34,843. Peak was 64,825. So it dropped. It dropped 30,000 more almost. Yeah, it dropped a lot. Look how much it dropped. Look how it went down. If you guys can see it. Let me see 1 week ago. 28 hours ago. Max. So you could see it's peaked up here and it went downward. It just kept on going down and down. So how is there 3 million people when there's 64,000 peak? And on PlayStation, it's probably similar. And on Xbox too. Which would only be I don't know if it even would hit 1 million copies, to be honest. I don't think it hit 1 million copies yet. No. Because if you think about it, where is this 3 million players? They say players. This is where people get mistake. It said players. I remember companies, when they show stuff, they usually show the sell of like how much they sold. They show a big 1 million copies sold, kind of deal. It did that, I think, last time I saw it with Silent Hill 2 Remake. They had 1 million copies sold or something. And they just said 1 million copies sold, or whatever it said. This one only says players. So this doesn't mean anything. Players can count as anything. It could be people just literally looking at the Steam page and seeing if how many people are actually not buying the game, but just hovering around it, or just are interested in looking at what it is and what people are looking at, like forums and all that. This could mean anything. This could be Ubisoft Plus or whatever Connect, people getting on that and playing a little bit and then, for a month and then getting rid of it. Who knows? But this could mean anything. But since there's so much players playing, 3 million, like they say, but we still don't know what the sales are, or if this game's actually doing good, because you're not going to get honest reviews from shills. You're going to get people that actually play the game. You see them play the game, and they say it's a buggy mess. There's problems with the game. Many problems with the game. But we don't see that. So, let me show you what else. Because this is absolutely ridiculous what's going on. And this is what I'm talking about, the toxic positivity that's happening in gaming. It's really bad. It's dishonest, not genuine at all. And they're showing it like it's doing so good, but it's not. It's like, why are we lying? Why are we lying about this? I don't think we need to lie about this at all. Let's be actually transparent about this whole situation, right? But no. So here's something here. I saw Hypnotic post this, but it's been reported by many other people. So Ubisoft has officially said its video game franchise has formed a new subsidiary, giving Tencent ownership and royalties. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
So if this is doing so well, like everyone's saying, why is this happening? This company has been tanking hard. If you see anything about Ubisoft, it's doing horribly. In stocks, in anything, it's doing just bad. It's been tanking. So Tencent owns now 25% ownership. Ubisoft did so well with Assassin's Creed Shadows. They were still forced to sell. So well, right? This new subsidiary is already worth more than Ubisoft itself, with the massive investments from Tencent. You don't know what Tencent is? It's a Chinese what is it? It's like a Chinese investment firm, I would say, that comes in and they like to put stock in things, and then they usually buy out companies, kind of deal. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It has Chinese owned, and it's grabbing a lot of things in different markets, and it's not doing so good. I don't know, for the future of Ubisoft, even though like they've lost everything what they created, Ubisoft, they're just a completely shell of their own selves anymore. This could actually make it also, again, not so good, but we'll see in the future. This now subsidiary will own all the intellectual properties of the video game IPs Ubisoft formerly owned. Zoom in so you guys can see. Great work. At least you can ratio people on X. Yep. There you go. Tencent. Yup. There we go. Yep. Crazy. There's more though. I think there is more. I think who else posted about this? Oh, here we go. Demion did too. Demion said, "Chuds won again." Even Jeff Keighley here. Ubisoft is spinning out its Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six franchise into a new subsidiary backed by Tencent. We would yet on what this means for other Ubisoft franchises or the company's approximately 19,000 employees. They're going to be there's going to be layoffs for sure. And it's not looking good. It means layoffs. That is what it means. Yep. But ratios and the 3 million players, lol, laugh my ass off ever. Now make all 19,000 work on Splinter Cell. Yikes. It's getting roasted. It's getting roasted. Yeah, Ubisoft. Ubislop. Pretty much Ubislop. Messed up. We saw this coming. It was talked about. It was reported on by many people, especially YouTubers and stuff, that yes, this is happening. Ubisoft is going to get bought out by Tencent. If not, they would go exclusive. They would go, by themselves. So they can't do anything, or they're going to sell out their IPs or something, because what they were doing, their business strategy wasn't doing well. This is what happens when you have your, activists and people that don't really care about making games and just care about making money. And you get shitty products out in the market and you get what you deserve, I guess. So that's what Ubisoft got. So in the end, that's what happened. Yep. So that is Ubisoft. Now Tencent is grabbing them. And they're grabbed now. I don't know what's going to happen next with that. But yeah. Pretty shitty. That's how it is. Just how it goes. Get out shitty products. You say things like you'll not own your games and be happy not owning your games and stuff like that. You talk about stuff like that to gamers. Yeah, people are not going to be happy about Ubisoft. And all right, next topic. Because we're blasting through these really fast. Trying to really fast. Let's see. So, got another one by Hypnotic here. This is also reported by the company itself. Crystal Dynamics. So Crystal Dynamics let go 17 people at their company. And here we go. Crystal trigger warning, totally not racist dynamics. The supporter of male Lara Croft has now fired 17 team members in an effort to stay afloat as they continue to ensure men can see themselves in Lara Croft and more. Great work. Here it is. They let go of 17 people. By the way, Crystal Dynamics is making the new Perfect Dark game. As we saw, Perfect Dark, perfect jawline chin, like I always say, because she has a really big chin. I don't know why. Again, I don't know. Is it incompetency? I don't know what they're doing, because Joanne Dark doesn't look like that. Looks like an old Joanne Dark. I don't know. The big chin. But they're making that game. Gameplay-wise, looked interesting, but aesthetically, it's all right, I guess. But the character design needs work. We also got Lars Croft, or Larry Croft, like I always say, the masculine Tomb Raider. That's another one kind of, thing. This company has been going downhill ever since. The only Tomb Raiders that actually are selling right now are the remasters, because that's like a totally different company. That's not Crystal Dynamics doing that. But Tomb Raider was in a bad spot. It's starting to come back a little bit, but still in a bad spot for like a new Tomb Raider game. But this just shows that some people probably didn't like what Crystal Dynamics was going through, and they let go people because maybe their ideology is not acceptable in this workplace anymore, or they just let go people because they're let going more people because the company's tanking. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. But yeah, they just let them go. There were great people that worked there, blah, blah, blah. A lot of just PR stunt, talking about it. And they're let them go. We don't know why, but my guess is this company has lost a lot of faith in fans and in the developers themselves too, because they were pushing messaging, and that's what happens with this company. So dumb move from Crystal Dynamics, another L move from another company, because the money is drying up now. That's the whole thing. The money is drying up. Now they can't get these government grants and the U.S. aid and all that. It's starting to dry up. So these companies are now losing money. They actually now have to push products that people actually like. Like it should have been from the start. But now they're just like, oh, are we going to do this while trying to, get everyone to like it? But at the same time, we have to push our messaging ideas into this game. And it's not working out. So they're losing money. The money's drying up. So now they actually have to give quality products, not quantity products. But quality products have to be made by this whole thing. Okay, so what else we got here? Let me see. Quick one. Another quick one here, guys. Let's see. Okay. Got Assassin's Creed. Done. This one. Okay. All right. So here's another one, guys. This was interesting. Let's see. I have it here. Okay, this came out last night. I want to do this quick one too. And I thought this was a big one as well. Let's see. So, we got Jennifer Salke out at Amazon Studios. Rings of Power Fallout raises question as Amazon eliminated studio head position entirely. So she was the lead. Jennifer Salke at Amazon Studios made like Rings of Power, and she was lead for a lot of shows and a lot of big shows like The Boys and other stuff. I don't think she was really into the Reacher. I think that might have been someone else, because Reacher was actually really good. I'll talk about Reacher a little bit later. But yeah. So what happened is longtime head of Amazon, MGM Studios, is stepping down from role in a major executive shakeup and raises more questions than it answers. While Amazon is probably publicly affirming the move as voluntary, the elimination of Salke's position and this redistribution of her duties suggest a quite restructuring And one of the tied. Rings of power. Notably, the rings of Lord of the rings of power. Okay, leadership. Okay, so she is leaving. She is the Kathleen Kennedy of Amazon. She is leaving. So I don't know what happened. What was the shakeup? What is going on? But it is a W.
Oh my God!
Asia, a W right there. That's a good one. That's a good one. So we don't know if someone better is going to take her role or someone worse is going to take her role. We don't know anything yet. But this was very interesting. And yeah, I don't know what. It's going to be interesting what happens with Amazon moving forward. Maybe some of these shows actually get better or get worse. We don't know. But I know for a fact, I just finished yesterday Reacher season 3. And I want to give you guys a little bit what I thought about the whole thing. Maybe like a mini review here real quick. If you guys watched Reacher, it's like a show. It's like a normal, like classic show. Nothing too crazy. It's a dude. He's like a military dude. He's retired. And he just wants to help out and do good. It's just good versus bad kind of deal. And that's all it is. It's this macho man kind of dude. He's smart, buff. He always gets the girls. Kind of like a James Bond's figure. And that's the whole premise of it. And each season's a different story arc and what's going on. So this one was an interesting season. I really enjoyed this season. I think this one was definitely not as good as the first season, but definitely better than season 2. Season 2 was ass. I didn't like season 2. But season 3 was really good. I enjoyed this one way more. A lot of good moments in there. I really enjoyed the double agent, spy, turning each other in, all this and that style. It was really good. I enjoyed it. And the ending did not disappoint. There was just huge amount of action at the end. My favorite part in the whole thing that it's been building up for a while was Reacher, and I think his name's Paulie. His big dude, he's bigger than Reacher, and they had like a beef 1-to-1 fight with each other, and it was a long ass fight. Like, it was good. It was a good fight. They really showed like how strong each of these characters were. And it was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Reacher was just so good. It's a good show. It's not a show people would be like, oh, this is amazing. Like, you gotta watch this show. It's just a good show. Like, I'd recommend it for sure for anyone. It is a good show, but it's nothing spectacular. Okay. Nothing spectacular, but it is a good show that you should watch. It is good. It's nothing like crazy, like, oh, it's like the top 10 best shows, top 50 best shows. It's good. It's good. So more shows like that I will be happy about. Also, it gives me a little Rambo vibes too. Rambo kind of style. But yeah. Just more a little bit more comical here and there, but also very actiony. And you can feel like it's written well. There's actually competent people are writing this, and there's a book series for The Reacher, and you could tell like these people are fans of the show, and they don't soften it like a lot of masculine roles. He's not softened. He's very masculine, and the women who like help Reacher in the story, they don't take Reacher's side, and they're not like women bosses. They're mostly like support characters that help Reacher. Reacher, helps them out and gets the girl at the end. But usually what happens is, like in James Bond, he just leaves the girls because the girls just leave for some reason, which is like unrealistic, but it's a show, it's a movie show style. So it's supposed to be like that, I guess. I don't know. It is interesting, but that's what it is. But yeah, it was a good show. I highly recommend Reacher. That was my Reacher review. That was my Reacher short review for you guys. All right. Well, we got here more to talk about. Let's see. We have a more to talk about here. Okay. Oh, here. More Marvel stuff. We're getting into Marvel stuff. We're going to talk about the Doomsday Avengers thing in a little bit, but here we go. So we got another one. This Blade movie can catch a break. It's been going through development hell for a long time now. Blade movie reportedly loses another director as Marvel's reboot Who's continue. Yikes. This Blade movie has been in talks for such a long time, and nothing's moving in this movie. It's a movie, not a show. It's because they want to sideline Blade in this, and they want to add like a female character, and it didn't work out, and they're like, okay, we're going to do Blade, and then they're just complicating the whole situation of Blade. Blade is a badass dude who's like half vampire, half human, fighting vampires. That's all. Just give me crazy action vampire. Nothing complex. You don't need to make it complex. We don't need to see Blade's emotions come up on screen. Just make him badass. Make him a tough dude. Just killing vampires. That's it. That's the whole premise. Why is this so hard to do? I don't understand. You see the Wesley Snipes movie back in, was it the 90s or early 2000s? Those movies were good. I liked the Blade movies. They were fun. They weren't too complex. They were badass. They were cool. Just do that. Why is it so hard? I don't understand why this Blade movie is going to be so hard. And now they're just like recasting and just doing different things. It's all over the place. So Blade is another flop coming through. I don't know why they can't just copy the comics or do something. You could even do a Blade origin story, and that would be interesting. But no, we just need to make it more complex, try to make it better in some way. It's like, not really. But yeah, that is that one. Oh, there's so much, dude. There's so much. It keeps on going. There's so much. Let me see. More. Here we go. We got more here. What else? What else we got here? I think that's it for quick ones, actually. Now I'm looking at all my stuff here. I think we're done. The quickies. The quick ones. I think we're done with the quick ones here. All right. So we finished the quick ones, I guess. Let's get into then Marvel's Avengers Doomsday casting. So, this happened this week with the Marvel's Avengers, and we got a full casting of who's going to be in this movie coming out, the next big Avengers movie coming out. And we got this. We had some chairs. So let me tell you what happened through this whole thing. Okay. So we got the first teaser of Avengers Doomsday in theaters on May 1st, 2026. And all this thing is, they had a live stream, Marvel, and they showed all these actors, back seats. Put that down. It's just back seats of chairs of actors that are going to be in the movie for the cast. I think there's 27 of them. And that was the whole thing. And this lasted around 5 hours or so, a little bit more. And this was the whole thing. And there was like a lot of people. There was like, I don't know how many people for a long time just watching and waiting like who's gonna be in this movie, what's going on. Yeah, I thought this was a joke. I thought this was cringe as heck. I don't know if it's a reference to the other Avengers movie, the last ones they made. I don't know, but it was just cringe. It was just like, oh, the suspense, it's killing me. What is going on? I want to know what is happening. You know, it's the suspense. Oh my gosh! And then you see at the end. Let's see the end. It's just Robert Downey Jr. at the end. Where is he? It's just Robert Downey Jr. at the end, and that's pretty much it. That was the whole thing. That was the crazy thing that happened. Marvel Avengers. So you got all these chairs now in production. That's it. That's what happened, and people are watching this, and they made like a lot of views. There was like 200 million views or something. That was like a lot of views on YouTube on this. And there's a lot of people looking into it. So let me show you the full cast. Gotta go back. I don't know where the full cast is. I had it here. Yo, this one's great. There's some really good memes though. Look at this one. Disparu. The actual Avengers Doomsday casting chairs. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
It's the casting couch. You know what?
Huh?
That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I think it's here. Let me see. Oh, here's another one. Dude, my thumbnail for this. Oh my god. Alternative Captain America in Avengers Doomsday. Dude. Sydney Sweeney as Captain Marvel, the new one. Damn, this would be sick. Now that's a good casting. I think everyone would be for that. And I used that also. I didn't use this one. I used a different one, but I used another like AI, posted Sydney Sweeney for the thumbnail. I was like, I wonder what people are gonna say about this one. But yeah, so let me see. Full cast, here it is. Doomsday. So here it is. Got a sip of water real quick. So there's the full cast. Paul Rudd, Ant-Man. Not a surprise. A lot of these are not surprises until we get into like the X-Men characters. Then it's like, oh, they're coming back. Oh, they're super old. Oh, are they going to have any big roles in this movie? Because there's so much people. Like, there's so many questions. Okay, so we got. This is going to be some characters' names I'm probably going to butcher. So we got Shang-Chi, Simu Liu, Tom Hiddleston as Loki, Sentry, Florence Pugh as Yena. So that's the new Black Widow. Danny Ramirez as Falcon. Okay. Dude, I haven't watched a Marvel movie since I was gonna say Black Widow. That was like the last movie I watched. That was right after Endgame, I think, the Black Widow movie. I think I watched a little bit of the Spider-Man one. The last Spider-Man movie. I watched that one. That was also very nostalgia bait. That movie, to be honest, it had some fun moments, but as a movie, as a Spider-Man movie, it's not good. It's not good. It's not really good. It's definitely nostalgia all the way. All the characters coming back. But it's not a good movie. It's not that good. Let's continue here. Oh, here we go. We got Magneto back. OG Magneto. We got Bucky, Winter Soldier. We have M'Book. I don't know who that is. Thor. Chris Hemsworth, of course. Beast. Beast is back. So all these people, Cyclops, Jane Marsden, Gambit. So Channing Tatum for Deadpool and Wolverine, he's back. U.S. Agent, Sue Storm. So we even have the new Fantastic Four movie characters too here. Sue Storm. Then we got Mystique coming back. These are all from the original X-Men from like the 90s, early 2000s. Professor X, Nightcrawler, Black Panther, female Black Panther, of course, because, you know, the actor passed away. They couldn't do the male, but they could have recast him, obviously, but instead Disney pretty much took that movie and his death, you know, for Chaz Boseman, who was Black Panther, and they kind of like made money out of his passing, which was kind of fucked up if you think about it. So fuck that character. Sorry, but it's true. Namor, Reed Richards, so Pedro Pascal's here, Mr. Fantastic, Ghost. Who is Ghost? Storm, Johnny Storm, okay. Red Guardian, okay. David Harbour, okay. Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr. I think Robert Downey Jr. is not going to be Doctor Doom. He's going to be like, I don't know, this is just my opinion, but I feel like he's not going to be Doctor Doom for long. I think he's going to be Doctor Doom in the first one, and in the second Avengers movie, he's not going to be the real Doctor Doom. I think he's like an alternative multiverse version, because they always do multiverse bullshit. I hate multiverse bullshit, but that's what it is. It's going to be like a multiverse thing where Iron Man became Doctor Doom for a little bit, and he was like brainwashed by the real Doctor Doom kind of deal. I don't know. I just have a feeling it just feels weird that he's Doctor Doom. I don't think it's going to be that, but who knows? Who knows? I feel like it's going to be bait and switch. They're going to bait and switch people in this movie. So they're just going to try to make him like Doctor Doom, but he's not kind of deal. I don't know. The Thing, of course. And then Captain America, Anthony Mackie. That's not Captain America. That's Falcon. Captain America is Chris Evans' character. I'm sorry. But that's not Captain America. You know? That's why what was it, the new Captain America movie, Brave New World, that flopped so hard. Because it's not Captain America. It's Falcon dressed up as Captain America. It's not. It's Falcon. And no one's going to tell me that it's not. Sorry. It's not Captain America. It's Falcon. Straight up. But there you go. That's the list. My surprise, I think not really many surprises besides the X-Men characters. Everyone else, it's like, yeah, okay. And then some characters, I'm like, who cares? You know, like some of these characters, But I think there's going to be more characters here. I know they're missing a lot of characters. I don't think this is the full cast. This is only some. They're going to be announcing more people, I think, to cast the characters. More of them are going to be coming back. You know, you're missing people here. Like here, there's one right here. Major MCU stars not included in Avengers Doom cast. Chris Evans, you know, real Captain America. Haley Atwell. I'm trying to remember. Isn't Captain America's wife or something? It's just a lot of people. Hulk, Star-Lord, Daredevil, Wong, Miss Marvel, like Hawkeye, Spider-Man, Moon Knight, Valkyrie, the Wasp, White Vision. I don't know what the heck. Dude, I haven't watched shows yet. I don't know what is going on. She-Hulk, Machine, Captain Marvel. Yeah, a lot of people were talking about Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Where is she at? Taskmaster, She's gonna be in there. It's a woman. She's gonna be in there. There has to be. They're gonna add her. They fucked up Taskmaster. He would have been so cool, but they made a female character and they didn't make the character that cool. Taskmaster is way cooler. Ironheart, Nick Fury. Yeah, where's Nick Fury? Samuel Jackson. That's true too. Where is he? Kate Bishop. I guess so. Scarlet Witch. Madam Web. Wait, Madam Web? Madam Web? Wait. Isn't that the Sony one? They could go with Madam Web. I could see that. America Chavez. Monica. Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange. He's been like in all of them. Where's Hulk? Yeah, where's all these characters? Some characters are just literally missing. A lot of the big names too. But I'm guessing they're going to announce these later. They're going to announce these. 100% sure there's going to be more cameos and more big names later. If not, they're going to leave these characters for part 2. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But it is interesting. But there's some meltdowns going down as well because the main cast has only 5 females. More meltdowns. 5 females. So we got Sue Storm, Visible Woman, Black Widow, Mystique, Black Panther, and Ghost. And probably Taskmaster later. But right now, these are the castings, and these are the ones that are in. It's like, dude, this is a male property. Of course, there's more male superhero characters. You know, they could have females, but most of the cast doesn't have to be evened out with females and males being similar, like, character-wise. Like, they are doing what they want to do. It's a men's brand. It's not a woman's brand. Like, I've always seen the MCU kind of deal. No, this is not MCU. This is not for women. Women can join if they like. Everyone can enjoy what they like. Same with Star Wars. Star Wars was a man's brand. It became a woman's brand now. Very feminine. But same with Marvel. Marvel was a man's brand. It was always a man's brand with superheroes. Women can join it if they like. Like, you're going to have maybe less women, but you don't have... No one cares. No one cares about how much women are in this movie. No one cares. It's just like, oh, cool. It's like, where's Storm? Where's Storm from X-Men? Where's Halle Berry? Where is she? Like, exactly. There's some really cool female characters. Rogue or other X-Men characters. Where's Psylocke? You know, there's other cool women characters. Yeah. I'd be down for it. But if they only want to do a couple of women characters, that's fine. Who cares? You know? The thing is, it's going to be so compact with so much actors and actresses and different types of superheroes that I really don't care how much female characters are going to be in this, to be honest. There's going to be so much characters that I really don't care. I don't care. It's going to be just a lot of characters, that's why I say nostalgia bait, because the X-Men one is super nostalgia bait. It's super, like, you remember this? That's what Deadpool Wolverine was. Even though it was a good movie, people enjoyed it. It was, you have to admit, it was just nostalgia bait all the time. You know, kind of deal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Star Wars usually ruins nostalgia bait stuff. The jangling of the keys has no like actual presence of characters and stuff in the world. It's just, oh, remember this character? Well, here he is. He's kooky. He's weird. And then he just disappears, you know, kind of deal. Like, That's what I always think about those movies that have that weird nostalgia bait. But yeah, it's okay, it's fine, but I feel like, is this gonna save the MCU? I don't think so. I think this is gonna be a lot of money. This is gonna be like crazy amount of money with all these actors. It's gonna be huge, and I think they're banking on this to be a big success. Is it gonna be a big success since the last Avengers? I don't know. I think people are interested in it, but are cautious about it. Just like me. I'm cautious about it, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm like, I think Marvel is done since Endgame. I think Endgame was the end of Marvel. Like Disney Marvel. I think that's when it ended, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Marvel is in a weird place with this. And everything I see, I feel it's like nostalgia bait. It's trying to pull those old fans back. Be like, you remember this? You remember this? You want it, don't you? You want it back. I'm like, yes, but at the same time, I don't really care. You could have just recasted. You know, they're going to add also Wolverine or Deadpool in this, or someone, they're going to get Hugh Jackman again back here or something. They're going to get like all these. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised they got Nick Cage back for Ghost Rider too or something. They're going to do some crazy stuff in this. It's multiverse bullshit, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If this is a flop for Marvel, like this movie, dude, I don't know what Disney's going to do. They're going to get really cooked. Like, they're getting cooked by Snow White. Imagine this $1 billion movie. Imagine this flopping. That would be insane. That would be insane. Holy moly, right? That would be crazy. All right. Let's get to the next topic here, guys. That was the Marvel. We've talked about Marvel Doomsday. Now we get into Nintendo Directoru. The Nintendo Direct for March. So this came out of really nowhere. I think I just saw it like a few days ago. It was like yesterday-ish. Something like that. And I was like, what the heck? Nintendo Direct? And it wasn't for the Switch 2. Switch 2 is coming out next week, which I might do a video about. I'm not sure, or I might live stream it or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Switch 2. Because I probably have a couple of opinions about Switch 2 when it does, get shown off. But they're like, okay, this is probably going to be the last Direct for the Switch, and let's make some games that are still coming out on it, third party, first party, whatever, for the final, round. Which I think a lot of these games on the Nintendo Direct were from Switch 2, but also you can play them on Switch 1, but you could transfer it to Switch 2, kind of deal. So, all right. So I'm on my Discord channel. You guys can check me out. I'm on Game Talk and videos, and I'm on here a lot. I'm very active. If you guys want to join the community, it's on the description below. The Peti Kish Hun community for Discord. You can join here. And I put a lot of videos I thought would be interesting in general to talk about a bit. Overall, let me say the Nintendo Direct was not that good. It was fine. There's some gems in there, which I'm going to talk about. There's some good ones in there. But most of it, I really didn't care for as much. And yeah, I think they were just filler for what Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have down the line. But there were some good ones, and I wanted to bring up. So there was Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. So they're making the next ones, and it's coming out this year. Am I gonna get a YouTube ad? I'm not. Okay. So yeah, just want to show a little bit of it. Maybe we'll see. So it's just Dragon Quest. If you played the Dragon Quest 3 HD, this is just more of that. You know what? I'm not going to show it because it's gonna lag the stream. It's lagging the stream already right now, so I'm not going to show it. So yeah, cool. More Dragon Quest is good, so I'm happy about that. Then we got this one, Shadow Labyrinth. This is the Pac-Man, Dark Pac-Man, Castlevania kind of deal, Metroidvania, I would say, game. It looks interesting. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but it looked interesting. And then this was surprised me. Patapon 1-2 Replay. So this is like an HD port of Patapon 1 and 2, which, if anyone knows, this is like a PSP exclusive. This was like a Sony PlayStation game. And I was like, oh. So remember when Sony, I don't know if you guys remember this, but Sony PlayStation said we're going to bring back some older IPs to fill out, you know, AAA games that are coming out that are like anticipating games. There are bigger games coming out, but we're going to have more smaller games from our past and look back at our backlog of games and bring them out. Remember that? Well, I think this is it. I think we're getting to that point. So Patapon was like a PSP game, I remember. I have it on my PS Vita. Yes, guys, I have a PS Vita. It's an old one, but I do have it. And yeah, Patapon's a pretty good game. It's a pretty good, decent game. It's enjoyable. I wonder why they didn't add Patapon 3 in here. They should have added 1, 2, and 3, but okay. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then probably the best of the showcase was Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We finally get some gameplay of this game, finally. And it looks good. It looks like I didn't see any frame drops or anything. I think this is running on the Switch too. It has to be. But if it is running on the Switch one, bravo. Bravo. It's really well made for gameplay. So the new gimmick in this one, because it is a gimmick, is that Samus has now psychic powers. He's the M. Bison now, pretty much. Psychic telekinesis powers. And they could do little stuff with it and all that. And there's a new suit in this, and it looks neat. It looks cool. I like the Metroid Prime games. I don't hate them at all. I think anything Metroid, I'm down for. I really like Metroid. Even though I still gotta play Metroid Dread. I heard good things about that one, but I still haven't got it. I usually wait when Nintendo games go on sale, but they usually never go on sale, so I have to get them somehow lower price. You know, some of these Nintendo games are like always expensive for some reason. Nintendo never lowers their game prices, but Metroid Prime 4 looked really good. Probably the best one in the showing. And I'm excited for this one. This one is probably up there for sure. For sure. It looked very similar to the OG Metroid Prime, the first one. They remastered that recently on Switch. It kind of reminded me of that. It wasn't like fantastic. It felt like a safe bet. It felt safe. But it has a new gimmick with it, with the psychic power. That was pretty much it for that. It was good, though. It looked good. Kind of gave me actually old Halo vibes, too. Very Halo 1 vibes, too. I don't know why. It just did. And we got Pokemon Legends ZA. So, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't played Pokemon since X and Y on the 3DS. And more I see more Pokemon games, I just get let down. I hope they do something new with this, which I think they are. But it runs like crap. I don't know about you guys, but these Pokemon games are running not so good. I don't know what they're pushing the Switch hard, or I don't know. I hope this runs better on Switch too, but something about this game, I'm just confused. I'm like, what is this? Is this a sequel, a prequel to X and Y, or is this like a completely new Pokemon game, but it takes place in that same world? I have no clue what this is. Every time I see it, I'm like, what is this game? Is this a new Pokemon game? What is this? So it just confuses me. I don't know if this is just going to be like a $50, $40 game. I don't know. What is this? Like is this like a legit DLC? Like a huge expansion DLC game expanded on? I don't no clue. I have no clue what this is. But from what I saw, it looked all right. You know, if you're into Pokemon, you're going to like this. I haven't played Pokemon in a while. I think Pokemon has been going down. But if you're into Pokemon, it's good. Good for you. You know, you like this, you like it. But for me, I might skip on this or wait until other people talk about it and see what it's all about. I don't know. I'm really... I didn't... That's why I only played X and Y. I thought about Shield and Sword, and I thought about Violet and Scarlet, but I was like, eh. And I heard bad things about Violet and Scarlet because of the frame rate. It's just some of the games on it, I don't know. And Arceus. Arceus might have been the big one, I think. I have Arceus, but I haven't played it yet. So I have it, but I haven't played it because I heard it was like a big, impactful game because how open everything was. But I don't know. What's next here? Rhythm Heaven Groove. We finally get a new Rhythm Heaven game. I think Rhythm Heaven on Wii was the last one I played. So this one was a surprise. It's a kooky, fun rhythm game. If you like Rhythm Heaven, you're enjoying this, but it's very niche audience again. People that like Rhythm Heaven are gonna like this. If you don't like Rhythm Heaven and you no clue what the heck's going on, then you're probably not gonna like this game. That's just the fact. And then we got the virtual game card Nintendo thing. I don't know what this is. It's so confusing. So it's physical games that you can put into a digital physical, or it's a digital physical cart. So it's a digital cart you could put in and you can just play games, I guess download it onto your Switch, and you don't have to switch out your game cards all the time. I think it's that kind of deal. And with this, you can give your digital games, like lend your digital games kind of for like 2 weeks or something to a friend. So you can like give them pretty much a demo of the game, or you can beat the game in 2 weeks kind of deal to play together and lend games and stuff like that. So it's an interesting concept. I never thought about it, but it's a digital lending store, I would say. It's a digital store for people to lend games and do stuff. It's cool. More options. I like it. More options, more different options here. I don't know. It's very interesting. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it. It's pretty good. And then we got Saga Frontier 2 Remastered. I just thought Saga games looked cool. Never played Saga games, but I just wanted to put it on here. I thought it looked cool in general. The art style looked really cool. Those JRPG games back in the day, looks like that. It looks awesome. And we got Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. So this was also a surprise. This is coming back. Hot Shots Golf is coming back. This I really enjoyed back in the day on the PlayStation. I really liked Hot Shots. It's on the same vein as Mario Golf. I liked both very much. But I was again confused because this was a Sony game, I think. It was most of the time on PlayStation. I don't think it was anywhere else. But now it's on Switch. And also Patapon. And I was like, oh. So again, I think Sony's broadening out and bringing back their older IPs. And this is one of those things they're like trying to do now. Okay. So I'm happy this is back. This is fun. I think it's also on Steam. So I think this is going to be on other platforms, not on just Switch. It just was announced on the Nintendo Direct. That's it. But yeah, I'm happy about that one as well. And then we got Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream. They finished it off with this. This is a meme game. If you played this, I think it was on the 3DS last time I remember. But it is a very meme game. It's absolutely full of just memes and weird shit you can do. Yeah, if you're into that kind of game, go for it. You know, it's more of that Animal Crossing style again, but a little bit weirder than Animal Crossing. I would say maybe even more weirder, but it is hilarious in general. And then we got... Actually, let me go up here before we do that. This game was amazing. I'm already down for this game. So, .mu, these are the guys who made Streets of Rage 4 and the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And they're making another beat-em-up game called Marvel's Cosmic Invasion. So it's just a bunch of Marvel characters, beat-em-up style, 4 players, beating up these, like, invaders, alien stuff, characters, I guess, villains and whatever. And just, it just looks fun. It looks fun. And another Marvel IP that's actually doing really well compared to DC with Warner Bros. That is not doing so well. So Marvel has been kicking it out of the park. I don't know how, with their games, with this and Marvel Rivals. It's doing really well with Marvel IP. So, yeah, love to see this. Love to see more beat 'em up games. The beat 'em up games are hella fun. They're so good. And yeah, I just like to see more of these. And plus the art style is dope. Dope as heck. .mu, that artist company that makes these games have like the best art styles. Every time I see these games, the art style, I just want to buy it just because of the art style, how good it is. I don't even care what gameplay it is. I just want to buy it, look at it, and just be like, this is amazing. Like, I love the animations and everything about this game looks amazing. Like Streets of Rage 4 to, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, all of those were great games. So yeah. And then this was the final thing. Miyamoto, you know, the creator of Super Mario, usually doesn't come up, but he came up and he did something that I was like, okay, that's interesting. So they have this app now, Nintendo. It's called Nintendo Today. So it's pretty much updates. It's a calendar kind of deal of news that's coming out, that will be coming out, you know, every day, and different information about games and, you know, probably movies that are coming up, like the Super Mario Bros. 2 movie or the Legend of Zelda movie, like info from those, you know, games and movies and all sorts of Nintendo stuff. So now they're going to be personally, instead of giving it to like, you know, different venues of, you know, journalists and the media, they're going to personally do it through their own app, which is interesting. I don't know about this. So I guess other are going to report on this. Other people are going to report on it through the Nintendo Today app. My guess they did this is because with the leaks of the Switch 2 that were getting, you know, more massive, more bigger, they're like, all these leaks are getting really increased and getting crazy. I think we should be more, let's just tell it as it is through our own informative app or our own newsletter. Let's just do it through this. So I'm guessing that's what they did. They pretty much said, oh, we're going to go through and we're going to do this through this app kind of deal. And it is smart. It is different, but it's that I don't know if I'm going to use it, but it is really interesting that they did that. And it's because of the leaks. Come on. It has to be because of the leaks. But yeah, that's what Nintendo Direct was. And the Nintendo Direct ended it with that. And I was like, oh, okay. So overall, it wasn't good. I would say maybe like a 4 or 5 out of 10. It wasn't good at all. It had some interesting games in it. I'm not saying it was bad, but it wasn't like massive. Like you had big hit games. There was some surprises here, of course, with Patapon and Hot Shots Golf, but that was mostly it. And then you had Metroid, and then Pokemon, I guess. And then, yeah, and then little games here and there, Square Enix games. And that's pretty much it. Tamagotchi, and then, that's it. That's pretty much it. That was it for the Nintendo Direct. So, yeah, my thoughts were it was a 4 or 5 out of 10, I would say. It was okay. I was like, I'm not even going to make a video about this because I don't think it's worth making a video about it, to be honest. I'll just do it on the live stream kind of deal, Because I've been doing a lot of like reaction videos, usually with these kind of games and stuff, but I was like, nah, not this time. Not even worth my time for this one. Sorry guys, I'm looking at things here. Let's see, what's our time? Oh, we're going past. I was gonna do an hour and a half. I think we're at the end of this, so I think I'm gonna finish it here, guys. Again, guys, like the stream and sub if you're new here. I appreciate it very much. There's my sub button. Oh, there it is. Okay. Like the stream and sub, guys. Like it. And if you're new here, I appreciate you guys coming by, just checking out. And also all the people that are rewatching this in the replay. You guys are awesome too. Thank you so much for rewatching this and seeing this video. I appreciate you guys. All of you, thank you so much. Watch my new videos out here, guys. Watch my new videos out here. I got 2 of them here right now, so you guys can check it out. More videos to come. Yeah, it's going to be interesting next week. We'll see what happens with the Nintendo Switch 2 and other things over the course of April, let's just say, because we're going into April now. So, yeah, have a good weekend all. I'll see you soon. I'll try to do more. I'll try to do some gaming streams. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'll try to do it. I'll try maybe testing out the waters of that. As well as I want to do a little bit more different, like I might bring back my other interesting topics with Uncharted Territory. I'm not sure yet because I started one on Rumble. It was called Uncharted Territory, and it was more of thinking outside of the box kind of deals, looking into different mysteries and histories and all sorts of interesting things like that. I don't know if I'll get into that yet. I might need another person on the stream for that one, but we'll see. We'll see as I go. If someone would be interested in talking about mysteries, histories, thinking out of the box kind of deal, that would be cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going. Have a good weekend all. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one all. Stay safe. Stay humble. Stay positive. We'll be pushing through Sic Parvis Magna. Greatness from small beginnings. Remember that. Remember that. Greatness from small beginnings. All right, guys. Have a good one all. Where's my curtains? There it is. All right, guys. See ya. Have a good one all.
Are you not entertained?